keys are in it.
Huh?
This thing on?
Oh, very good time.
That's my wife.
That's your wife. Hey, how's it going? All right. All right. I told you, don't be afraid to fire customers.
That's what's gonna happen with her. We already discussed it, bro. She got a roll, man.
I keep trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, her intention is wrong, man.
I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Don't be afraid to fire customers. People gonna hear me.
Yeah.
That's a $9,000 customer.
Yeah, exactly.
She has not paid that much into your shop.
At all.
You run her here, she probably got $340.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're making more than $60 a day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they're making more than $6 a day. But you do that 1811, 911, something, and since it's school times, you maybe get you a 20-year-old, some 18-year-olds out of school, right? And now you spend it. We're picking fresh high school graduates.
Yeah.
You know, and the only way to get this job is you got to graduate high school or have a GED.
Yeah.
You get it? Yeah. And you got to be in between college. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
You get some folk in between college semesters.
Yeah, they're kidding.
Man, they're coming here for $60. Man, somebody think of school book, something.
I already got to do it in my head.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to do it.
There you go. Right there, man. That's what you do it. That's what you do it for. I actually did this. So I had the church go to 100 members. I had a shaker boarder for the church. I take inspiration from anywhere. At a 14-year-old, 2 years, I had no idea what was going on. It was the worst 2 years of my life. Worst 2 years, and that was just to start preaching. Then pastoring, it took everything from me.
Exactly.
In fact, my personal life was in the garbage, and my professional life was through the roof. And I wasn't doing nothing professionally. I wasn't doing anything. Joel Osteen had everything working. I wasn't doing anything. I hated the whole place. I hated, all that stuff. Right? Loved the church, but my mindset was so messed up. And then the person I'm trying to do everything right. And God was like, you don't control nothing. Over here you ain't doing nothing. I'm increasing that. Over here you doing everything. Yeah, I'm killing that. I'm killing that. Yeah. So I had to learn twice. This is where the money making, huh? Hello, sir.
This is what going against
I've never been down.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on.
We never get to go downstairs.
I ain't got on your heels.
That's the speed. Because anywhere else, you gotta wait. Then you gotta go on lift. So here they roll in. By the time they get signing their name, the order knocking on. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Wow. That's changed. That's gonna be the only one around here like that. Oh man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make this place so much money. So much. And you got two of them.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Show y'all the other shop.
Yes.
Watch your step.
Oh, you got a fake old.
Oh, thank you. I always wanted to know how it looks down there.
It smell like boy in here.
Yes. Yeah, I grew up with that smell. My grandfather.
Let's see.
Oh, it's in my purse. He gave it to me.
Oh, you gave it back to me.
Oh.
This is where all the spiders hang out.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Where they eat. Over here. You know how you put in the breathalyzers in cars? We do that here.
Okay.
They come from court. They need to get a thing, and they come over here, get them put in, get them serviced. We just made an agreement with them probably about 3 months ago.
Nice.
We've been getting some of those coming over here now to get them installed in service.
You got the machine to do the alignments?
We don't, because alignment is straight profit too.
I know.
Straight profit. My money got messed up, so I'm taking it. Yeah, so this right here, this is another lift. And they usually do mufflers and stuff over here on this, but I never had anybody to do it. We just store tires there for right now, but I want to get that back going because it lift. Something happened with hydraulics. I'm trying to get that fixed.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You get them alignments.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, remember I went to the other car shop and helped him out?
Oh
All he
yeah.
did was alignments, straight profit.
Alignment is true.
Yeah. Hooking up to that machine,
Yeah.
get the diagnosis in a couple of seconds.
And they do everything.
Do everything. For all this here. I'm looking at a boss. Can't call that man pastors. Pastor boss. All right.
Got four lifts. That's the alignment thing right there. That's the alignment lift right there. What you get away of, you got alignment lift, is your turn. Your turn wheels. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the alignment lift. Yeah.
The machine do everything.
Yeah, the machine sits
So
on
you don't need to use no employee labor for that.
Yep.
Just pull up. Basically, it was like $90 an hour or something.
About 109 right here.
109. So, but basically, if you let's say he paying for, let's just go with $20 an hour. Okay, one alignment. With if you got two people here for 8 hours a piece, right?
Right.
Two alignments to take care of their whole.
Done. Yep.
Wow.
You gotta have
Two alignments would take care of his payroll that day.
Yep.
We do that. We walk around here in gold chains. Yeah, Nino Brown.
Yeah.
Well, you got your real business. Oh, this is where the ladies go. It's over.
Yeah.
And it don't cost you much.
Yeah.
Because the shaker board, it's going to make, all you got to do is make sure, this is the best way to do it. You make sure that the shaker boarder brings in one new customer, or however many new customers it takes for you to make $60 back. That's it. You monitor the data,
Yeah.
$60 back. Now the shaker board is paying for themselves. So now nobody should say nothing. Like, keep your mouth shut. This pays for itself.
Yeah.
This pays for itself. And they come once, and if they come again, now it way past itself.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, man. That's what I do. And that's just from being here for 5 minutes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. I would go after that alignment fast.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. And I would go after it first.
Yeah.
Since it's the biggest problem,
Yeah.
I would go after it first.
Yeah.
I would go after it first, because if you try to build to it,
Yeah.
you know, we don't do that stuff well psychologically.
Yeah. Man,
turn that pizza around and bite the crust
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just get this crust out the way now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, definitely. That's it, man. I hope that helps you.
Yeah, that help, man. My mind is working right now.
I do this for days.
Yeah. My mind is working right now.
My brain works in systems. I never knew it.
Yeah.
Never knew my brain worked like this until I got with Jolo's thing. And then, boom, I fixed stuff for him. And they was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It was like Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, now if I did this for the biggest church in America,
Yeah.
I wonder. You know? I wonder.
Yeah.
And they had my confidence sky high because I started off at the top level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now my hardest part was, how do I take this out the church?
Yeah.
That was my hard part, right? How do I rebrand this
Yeah.
to this? Because I can do with anything, man. I'm telling you, man. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I think when you're saying that, as I'm listening, that's how my brain used to work. And they got
That's how
people wasn't getting it, so they would just don't worry, you thinking too much. You ain't gotta do all that. About thinking it makes sense. And it just kept. Like I told you the other day, like I think one night I got on the call and I told you discussing something. The mortgage about the making $200 off the property.
Oh yeah.
And that guy, man, I'm looking at this place, and that dude said, man, you don't want to do that, man. That ain't but $100 a month, man. And I'm like, but once it's paid off, man, because we were driving trucks at the time. We were driving trucks, fuel was right, people making money, you know what I'm saying? So, but I was looking down the road, dude just crushed my whole, and I felt he was smarter than me. So it was just like, all right, man. You know, so now, like, and when you said it that night, and that was probably 12 years ago. Then when I heard that night, it was like, I know I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't tripping.
Ahead of your time.
And that day when I was whispering, my whole family was around me. I'm like, look, I ain't gonna be. But it was like I was sitting at the table, like, this was my first, because I had just kind of, I just dumped it. You know, like, oh man, I'll be tripping. My mind be tripping. This is where I just get the internet put over here so I can be in this office more.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't here a lot, so I was always gone. So now I'm feeling focused in on this thing. So I want to be on site.
Yeah.
So I'm being here more. Doing everything else I can do, but I'm on site. Yeah. There wasn't no internet over here, so that's why I was kind of struggling coming over here because I had no internet.
Okay, I got about 50 ideas. 3 solid ones. But how much it costs to start the alignments?
The machine probably about 11,000.
11,000. So you get 11,000. You gotta get no certifications or nothing. It's just 11,000.
Machine get trained and that's it. Yeah.
So you're $11,000 away from freedom.
Pretty much. 11,000, man. And the one I saw was 11,000, and it can do everything that's supposed to be done.
That's the one. That's the one you need.
Yeah, the laser.
That's it. Yeah, the laser. Yeah. Good. All right. Because down in the section on my Facebook page, I helped this guy out. His alignment shop sitting on prime real estate in Houston.
Yeah.
And it wasn't turning over, producing what he wanted to produce. He couldn't figure out why. Of course, I knew why as soon as I stepped in.
Yeah.
And you kind of got that problem going on, but you're in prime real estate because no one here has what you have.
Right.
So you are the best.
Yeah.
So, but we got to make it look that way.
Yeah.
You know, we got to, all your promotion, just everything.
I haven't promoted nothing in 5 years.
5 years.
I haven't done no marketing.
Alright, so one of the first things you need to do is you need to set the atmosphere. You need to, you when they hit this block, it needs to become fast lane environment.
Right.
What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? You get to choose a vision like you would in the church, but I got a few ideas. If you want them now, I'll give them to you. All right. So what you can do, find you 16, 18, 20-year-old kids. Something like that. Tell them you're going to pay them $20 an hour. Okay? And make sure you let it be known publicly you're going to pay them $20 an hour because ain't nobody else doing that, right? That's crazy. It's ridiculous. Ain't nobody else doing that. Especially, they would be one of the highest paid people in this whole area.
Young people.
Okay, listen what I'm saying, all right? I'm saying a whole lot right now. I'm saying $20 an hour. One of the you would make them effectively one of the highest paid people in the area and leak that to the newspaper. Okay? You leak that to the newspaper. Now what you just did is you changed, we're the best. And we pay the best. And we're stimulating Columbus's economy. Okay? Right there you start changing the atmosphere of it. But then you only need it for about 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Find out what your peak hours are. So that's $60. So now it's not too bad, right? Now it's not too bad. $60 a day. And they shake a board.
Gotcha.
Sitting right on that main highway I just watched. And the reason they shake a board is for 2 reasons. That's also free money, like alignments. They're going to bring in traffic. Every time you shake a board, you get a little pop. But shake a board has a funny way of working very well over time. You put them out there for 6 weeks. People, what happens is once something happens on their car, they're going to remember the shaker board. And they remember, but they also remember that leaked newspaper article. How good you care about the economy and the community over here. There are 2 things going on. Now they fell in love with you. or at least discovered and want to evaluate you before they ever met you.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Then we'll make sure he gets this film too, right? Then what you're gonna do is while you got on shaking board in 3 hours, you're gonna do them in the peak hours only. It could be morning. I'm not sure how it works around here. I'll have to, it's kind of scattered. Well, then you figure it out. You know, right? You figure it out. Wherever the flow of traffic happens. Well, let's find out. Is the flow of traffic going this way at 5 or that way?
This way.
That's that. Okay, good. So in the morning, then it's going this way. All right, then. So we got all the information we need. But basically, when do you get most of your customers? In the morning or in the afternoon? Morning. All right. Since you get most of your customers in the morning, the shaker boarder needs to be here in the morning.
Right.
The shaker board from 8 to 11, 9 to 12, something like that. So that's peak hours now. You just told me your peak hours. You want to put him facing the flow of traffic. So that means he needs to be he or she needs to be facing this way as the traffic is coming. Takes no effort to order a sign or make one. You just want to make it big enough to send a message. But what's the message? The message becomes this here. Now, so you got things called, what do you call them? Loss leaders? You call them that? It's when I'm trying to think what y'all would call them. Or something in here, you would be able to, it's just you automatically lose no matter what, or you don't make any profit. An oil change or filter or something, they call them, they call them. So when you order, well, let's see, how much money, how much money do you make from an oil change, but just lip it, don't say it on camera, right? About
clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, about 16.
All right. So that's not too bad. So here's what we do. Do you got anything over lower profit than that?
The inspection.
Okay.
That's not a product. That's a product.
Well,
it's $7 for that.
All right. And how much of your bottom line revenue do you depend on from inspections? We got two options here. So the shaker boarder is going to have in his or her hand free inspections until you're going to get that fear of missing out. Until fall, something like that, right? Or free oil change.
I got you. Let me help you. Let me stop you.
Okay.
Because when we started, we had nobody. When I got this place, it was a bad name on it. So when I got it, there was no cars at all.
Wow.
So we got a sign and made free oil changes if you get your oil. So they would go, because we didn't have any oil or anything. So they would go get their oil. No, $10. We charged them $10 for oil change. They would get their oil, come back, and that's how we got started. With a shaker board and with a $10 oil change.
And the reason why that's attractive is because we're basically creating you a sales funnel.
Right.
Except for this is a human sales funnel. And the one thing you want on a sales funnel is a low barrier of entry to come to your product. Okay? That's what it needs to be. Free. You either need to give it away for free, you need to make very little money, or you need to lose very little money. Either are acceptable. Because the point is, when they get in here, we're going to do something. Let's figure out first what we want to do real quick. Let's use the free oil change for a second. Doesn't lose you much money because you're not, your bottom line isn't, or the inspection. You're not dependent upon that too much, right? Now, since you're not dependent upon that too much, you get them in. Now, I need another answer from you. What is your bottom line? If I could sell 10 of these a day, 100 of these a day, it'll put me way over the top. What's that service? You don't have to tell me the profit on it, but I need to know that service that you make the most profit on it. Just that thing.
The most profit. If I had a mechanic, I don't have a mechanic.
Okay.
But what I have now, what I have right now, would probably be. We have a package of oil change and tire rotation together.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's what we do.
Yeah.
So this is how you do it. You get them in. Make sure your shakerboarder got some headphones.
Yeah.
Because it's just out there. On the road, listen to the tires. That's torture, right?
Yeah.
All right. So get the shakerboard and then come in. They're coming in for free, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you get to decide whether it be oil change. I personally would give away the thing that would attract the most people, and I would lose if I have to.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to lose at all.
Right.
So Amazon Prime loses, I don't know, $20 million a year on Amazon Prime, but they gain $20 billion in Christmas.
Yeah, I got you.
Would you exchange $20 million for $20 billion?
Definitely.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, and you can definitely get a mechanic then.
Yeah.
Now what you do is you're going to take the most likely path, and you're going to brand their most likely path with the oil and tire rotation.
Right.
All right? You know they're coming in for this.
Yeah.
Now, along their walk, you got coffee.
Yeah.
And the coffee is going to have a sign, free oil and tire. Even if you got to write it.
Yeah.
Okay? And then on the wall, here. And over here, and at the cash register, not only on the cash register, but on the table. So on the table to where it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You put it on the table, with the counter, and then you can laminate it if you want to.
Yeah.
Now they gotta sit there. You know, we get, it costs this much. Let me right, put it right on the counter, and it gotta sit there. Right? So now 5 different times you done reinforce them your big product. And then you're going to train every last one of your employees to mention it.
Right.
Now what you've done is essentially primed the pump, but you've raised your ticket average, which is the whole point. You raise the ticket. They come in here for a $7 product. They leave spending $90. Now imagine having that average ticket of $90.
Change the game.
Which would definitely change your tax bracket, right? For sure, right? Now, what we've done is we just funneled them to where we want them to go. That's it. But how do we get them? We got them a couple of ways. We got them with the free product, but it is important to overpay the teenager and let people know. How you doing? My name is Ladell, and I'm telling you right now that we have 3 of our very young people here in Columbus, Texas. They're so young, but we decided to pay them 75% higher than the minimum wage. We want to start a trend here in America to where we pay our employees fair wages, and we're starting with the youngest of us all. Put that on Facebook. Run it to the paper. Oh my God. Right? All that stuff, right? And then people go, right? Now you change people's perception. Then they come in for $7. Now they almost feel wrong if they don't give to you like you've given to the community. You get what I'm saying? All right, so you funnel them in, and then boom, and you stack enough chips till you get to $11,000. That ain't the end goal. You get that machine. Now it's all profit. You get your $11,000 machine, then we come up with a new plan. The plan now is to have the alignments eliminate all your bills. Okay? This is how we do it. You figure out how many customers you need a week to eliminate payroll. Now that you got payroll eliminated, now you're going to go next to expenses. Now that you got expenses eliminated, you're going to go next to utilities. Now that you got all the payroll, all expenses, all utilities paid with alignment, then you challenge them. Now, you need to do what's happening over here. We're going to increase revenue over here, And what we're going to do is compete with the alignment.
Yeah.
And you have friendly competition. You have your alignment team, and then that team, and a mechanic team, and you have 3 different teams, and you give out a cash bonus every month to who did the most. She done won 2 of them. I owe her 1 right now. Right? Exactly. You get what I'm saying? And that is how you do it. Simple plan. You create that, but the first way you get there is the shaker board. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's just from seeing the place. I ain't open up your book. I don't need to open up your books. Don't need to, because I'm looking at the busy road. I'm looking. I know the climate of America. I know that's minimum wage is $7.25, and you're paying $20. As a matter of fact, for 3 hours, you're still paying $20.
Okay. Yeah,
that's $60 a day for some school kid.
Okay.
You give a junior $60 a day and see if it don't impact his life.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a big deal. And you work them 2 or 3 days a week. You get 2 of them. At the most, you're spending $320 on shaker board, but that's advertising. Now you got an advertising budget, and ain't nothing wrong with $320. It's better than the newspaper.
Right.
It's better than the newspaper, and then you wait till you stack those chips. Then you start spending that on ads for this area, plus the $320. But they are going to bring in money, and that money brings in traffic. And that traffic you funnel to the product you really want. And then you use that product you really want to get the alignment. Then the alignment pays for the mechanic. And then now you got 3 teams going. Alignment, mechanic, and whatever you call them. Right? Text?
All text.
All text. Alignment, mechanic, all text. You firing on 3 cylinders. You got 3 streams of income. Okay? That's 3 streams of income now. You take your 3 streams of income and then you make them compete. And you give out cash bonuses every month for whoever wins. I promise you. Not only will they do it, they ain't gonna be looking for no jobs.
Oh, I get a cash bonus.
Ask the D Marie group. They ain't trying to look for no job nowhere. I take 2 years. I pay all these bills, and I just give her cash every chance I get. This is outside of what they make. I'm serious. Like, this is completely like, when the last time you paid for something?
I don't know.
And I know if I just keep paying her and buying her gadgets. So I bought her a gadget yesterday. Right? Bought her, look at it. See what I'm saying? Bought her a gadget yesterday. That's all she wants is gadgets. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do, man. That's a simple plan that costs you nothing but $20 an hour at peak hours. 3 hours a day. That's $60 a day. You can literally change your life for $60 a day. Not only is that a plan, it's a business system.
System. I have no systems. With me, hustle, go get it, network, move around, do what I gotta do. But systems, I never. My system was I did all the work, I did all the money, so I just knew what I was gonna do. Once stuff got bigger, it's like, okay, now, that day I've been going over the notes. So I go back when we have a meeting. I go back over the notes.
Smart man.
So I'm going back over the notes. When I saw when I was on the other day was when you were saying the multiple accounts. And see, before I had talked to people about that. And I'm like, man, I think we need a tax account. We need this. No, just earmark it. And I'm like, I don't really want to earmark because it fools my mind. It makes me think it's more in there that's not in there. I want to know. And when you said that day, it was like, all these years, like so many times that I was stupid about stuff that I wasn't saying.
The company, the new company, well, it's not a new company. What I'm doing with our company, the biggest university, we pay out 12 different ways. I'm opening up 12 different bank accounts.
That makes sense.
Because some of those are bonuses, some of them are mortgage bonuses, car bonuses, all sorts of stuff, right? So we're paying for people. I want to stand on stage and give away $150,000 cash and 3 Lexuses or something like that, right? Like, get these I got 3 Teslas to give away, $150,000, and I want to create some criteria for real people, for real categories. Person who came back, the person who had an untimely death in the family, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
The person who, not every graduate, but the first college graduate of their family, you get $50,000. You know what I'm saying? Student loan reimbursement, all that stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? So I got all that separated because this is just me. If it's in one account, I'ma use it. When stuff come up, I'ma say, something came up, we had to use it. And then I'ma convince myself we'll just get it back.
That's it.
I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I don't want to do that. So I got to separate it 12 different accounts. They go all over that. And if it's low, I say, well, let's build something to get this higher. That's why I recommend different accounts. Even if it's irritating, get it done. Get it done, man.
Same thing.
That's honestly what I would do, bro. That is honestly. That's why I never really said too much. I want to come out. I had to see where you were sitting at. I wanted to see if you were controlled by traffic light. You know, all that stuff. Now the reason I want the shaker board there is because it needs to control your environment. Remember, you have a brand, and then you have the environment in which your brand is perceived. So we want to control your brand environment. Putting a shaker board out there, a shaker boarder out there, as soon as they turn that corner, it becomes your block.
Straight up.
You get what I'm saying? It becomes fast lane. Like when you hit this block, you're not in Columbus no more. You're in fast lane, Texas.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? When you get off that block, go back, welcome back to Columbus. You know what I'm saying? And I would literally, now that I'm thinking about the plan, but I would literally have a sign that says, welcome to fast lane, Texas. You got to leave the link before. You got an iPhone? No.
We just had an argument about
Here I am saying these are some good people. That's sad. Good people.
It's okay. I was the only one with an Android for a long time. All the time.
You can see the video right now. You can see the video right now.
My son got it.
You got an iPhone? Okay, let's go add drop it to him. Both of them.
Okay.
2 circles around people, man. It's over. Right? Like I'm just like, man, these grown folk ain't smarter than me, you know. And I'm like, man, that's just crazy, you know. So I knew it then, but when I really knew it, I really owe all my success to Joel Olsen. I really do. At the end of the day, it's Joel, man. He was, first off, he's the greatest leader I ever worked for. Don't care what nobody say. Anybody talking about Joel, I gotta punch him in the face. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta do that, you know, in the name of the Lord. Punch him in the face. You know, you gotta do that because I mean he really is. He's the greatest leader I ever worked for. But I was an intern, so I shouldn't have been doing nothing. I should have been folding chairs, you know. And they had a problem. Well, not a problem. Was a problem in a bad way, you know. I'm talking about them, but they had some things needing fixed because it's a living organization. As long as the organization's living, you got stuff happening, some problems. So I fixed it. Actually, the first thing that happened was I talked to John Ball. I was like, hey, you know, y'all should do this because, like, I see this problem. I see this major problem. And I don't know if anybody else seen it. So I just came to him like man to man. He's a pastor. Hey, you know, you should fix that. And he goes, that's an idea. I'm just keep going. I'm gonna tell you what he actually said. He said, that's an idea. He said, do me a favor, write down a plan, bring it back to me. I think it was next Tuesday or something. You know, it was like 7 days away. I called them that night with a plan. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't fool. He's not a fool, but you know. But I'm thinking that you know who you told, you know who you talking to. Like this, I'm finna get this done. Hey, man. We got a little conference call. At that call, anybody got something to say? I said, yeah. Hey, John, I know you told me like next week, but I got it done if you want to hear it now. So he's like, let me hear it now. And then boom, he did it. And then what he said on the call was, you know, Antonio, he called me Tony. You know, Tony. Normally what happens, I said, that's an idea. I don't know what I heard. I must have heard that's a great idea. Right? I don't know what I heard. That's a great idea. Man, whatever. He said, that's an idea. And he says he always tells people to go write it down. And he could tell it weeds out the people who just had an idea. I do it today. To this day, I do it. I got it from him. He weeds out the people who are just saying ideas because they're in some emotional just thinking.
That's it.
And the leaders go back and write it down. And he said, you're the first person in years that has actually wrote it down. To this day, the thing I built that day is still in Lakewood Church today. They did it. They built it on a 10-year plan, put me in charge of it. I ran it for 2 years and then passed it on for the next 8. And it is still there today. That ministry went directly to the heart of Lakewood, which is very rare, right? It went to Joel Osteen's mom. It went to it literally did. They prayed over it, became a whole ministry. It is I tell you what it was. It's the 5th Ward Outreach Ministry. Is what I built. I built that. Got the slideshow. I built the 5th Ward Outreach that Lakewood still does today. They've been there for 10 years. And I went, that's pretty cool. Didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
John Bowman is like Joe's got a couple of right hand men. Pastor Joe will respect, a couple of right hand men. He's one of them. He's like right there, like Joe, Craig Johnson, and then John Bowman, right? And he goes, I got an idea. I got this singles ministry that has a problem, you know? What's the problem? This guy's trying to date in there, you know? I said, that is a problem, John. It's a problem. It's a problem. That's not what you have the ministry for, right? No. Dating and networking, right? And dating and networking, he said, can I get you to fix this? I go in there, don't say nothing. Don't nobody know who I am, but because I'm in the men's ministry and they don't know anything about me as singles, so I go up there. And I had a wedding ring on the time. I take my wedding ring off. I slip it in my pocket, you know, and I'm running around. Hey, everybody. I'm just soaking it up. And boy, did I see everything. right? So all this stuff. I said, all right, I need to fix that. I get that. Okay, everybody. And basically, it was 2 things that were happening. The ministry lost its leader, so it had no, let's call it, recalibration, okay? Because a real leader, lets stuff get out of hand or let conversations deviate and facilitates them back into calibration. That's what a real leader does. It lets you go out and then pulls you back in. It lets you fail and then say, all right, come on back, right? You lost that. And what was happening was, 40,000 people. Here's all the single ones with expendable income. Here's my business card. Get with me in this network marketing, this. And that's what was going on. All right, so I immediately see what the problem is. I fixed that. John takes over. John is a great leader. Also the greatest leader. Him and Joe, the greatest leader I ever worked for. And then boom, they fixed the problem on my recommendation. Good, no problem. That's actually the first time I met John Great. Because he was just coming in. Well, he wasn't on staff yet. He wasn't. So this was, to give you a date, this was December-ish 2012. It was November. Yeah, November, December-ish too. Because John came in out of October or November as a guest, and everybody loved him. And I thought it was weird. He was coming back in the next couple of months. It was weird. You know, it was cool. That never happened before. Well, he's about to be staffed. No one knows, right? And he keeps, then all of a sudden he gets it, he keeps getting it. And it's like, pastor. That's why I keep seeing this guy. But in the singles ministry, it was the first time I met John Grace. He must have been checking out for his own purposes. You have to ask him, of why. And then I go, wait a minute. That's 2 things in this big old church I done fixed immediately. Wait a minute, something. what the hell? Because see, I knew I could do it. Yeah. The question was, when did you know you can do it, and when you know you make money with it? Yeah. That's why I said it was bifurcated. I knew I could do it long before. Not making money is when that's why I said Omar Success of Joel Osteen, because I shouldn't have been doing any of this work. I'm doing real deal heavy lifting at Lakewood as an intern. You know, I got my badge has my name and says intern on it clearly. It doesn't say leader, it says intern. It literally says intern there. It really does. You know, same Lakewood badges they got, the same little pretty ones, but it says intern. And then I go, man, whoa, that's twice. Now I will go and fix about 6 or 7 more things and invent 2 or 3 more things, but I wonder. Now this, I'm gonna tell you the way I said it in my head. I gotta fix this for these white folk. That's what I said in my head. I gotta fix it for these white folk, these rich white folk. I wonder if I can do this outside, because you know when you're inside the church, you're thinking inside. If there's an inside, there's an outside in the church. And I hatched a plan. I said the first thing I need to do is I want to do this on a business level, but I don't need people to look at me as a preacher. The first thing I need to do. First thing I need to do is make sure people respect me as a businessman. It's 2012, and I have no idea how to do it. None. So I said, I know what I need to do. I'm speaking about 200 times a year in the church at that time. I need to speak outside the church. Got no idea how to do it. No idea how to do it. But I'm in college. I wound up graduating in 2014 with my bachelor's, and then 2015 with my master's. Don't ask me how I did that. I just worked my butt off.
I counted that 1 year.
Okay.
That's just one.
Okay. Because the master's takes 2.
Yeah. I did the full 2. Yeah. I just did it in 1. Just did it in 1. But and I sit back, man, and it just dawned on me. Oh, I'm graduating. I know people. Hey, such and such, you teaching now, huh? Yeah, man, let me speak for your class. What y'all teaching on? Such and such, man, let me speak. So I go in there and I speak. I'm slick. Got at the time I was just doing audio only, no video. So I would go, it's already recording. And I make sure they're gonna introduce me. Hey, everybody, this is my friend. They say something nice. Antonio Smith, of course, they get up there and clap. And I would go, first thing I would do every time, it is an honor to be at whatever college that I was saying. When in the college? I was in the classroom in the college. Audio can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, audio can't tell. But I was in the college, right? But I just used one of my. It's an honor to be here at the San Jacinto. That's one of the colleges I did. It's an honor to be at San Jacinto College here in Houston, Texas. All of you, so why don't you just give yourselves a round of applause, right? Because I wanted people to hear, 30-something people in a small room sound like a lot. Audio. Yeah, sound like a lot. All right, thank you very much. And I go right after. And I did that enough, and when I did, I went online. I started selling online the audio part. I had a whole series, Wiley College, all sorts of, you know what I'm saying? All the colleges I had been to, and then people said, wow, he's going to colleges. I processed that because preachers don't know how to get to universities. So now, I just said, so now it's like, man, this guy. So now I learned this from Donald Trump. Now he got a book called The Art of the Deal. So when someone has a favorable opinion of you, don't correct them. Okay, so they got a favorable opinion of me now. So now I got colleges calling me everywhere. University of Houston, I got businesses calling me this, and that. Now my engagement's about 25% out, 75% in. And then eventually, now I might speak 2 times in the church and 398 outside of it, right? Now. But that's what I had to do. And I knew I had to do that because my path that I wanted for myself was to do that Joel Osteen stuff outside the church. I didn't want to do it in the church. Not that I had a problem with it in the church. That was never my path. I feel comfortable around a crackhead, a gay person, a drug dealer, and a con man. I feel very comfortable in them circles. I do not feel comfortable in a church full of 2,000 people. I don't. I'm just not that guy. That I don't do well in those kind of environments, you know. But you give me a drunk, I speak that language. You give me a drug dealer, I speak that. You know, I don't speak, you know, the lofty saved language too well because I'm not churched. I'm unchurched. You know, I wasn't raised in the church, so I don't really adapt there well. But that's how I did it, man. That's how I knew I could do it. I knew always trying to do it, but for money, when I did it for Joel Osteen, and I was like, wow, man, I could do it there. Because remember, that's the highest church as far as capacity, the largest church in America. So I went straight to the top at first.
Right.
By accident.
Right.
It's by accident. And how I even got to the internship, I was just like, I want an intern. I didn't know what an internship was. I just heard it and knew I want an intern. And the law of attraction with me was just went boom, at Lakewood. Hey, how the heck I get here, right? You know, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just moseying my way through life, but that's how I did it, man. We went for Joe. It went for this crazy guts that I have. You know, I wouldn't do it. But
see, I think that's what helps with me with the guts. You know, like I drove to y'all place, didn't know nobody. That's just
it was raining hard.
It was terrible that day, man. And I got up earlier because I knew it was gonna rain. So I made my, I prepped myself, and it kind of that's how I've always been, and that's one of the things that quote unquote people would call me crazy for. And you went there? Do you know them people? No. There you go. He did it again. One day I thought this is funny. The guys laugh at me. We were looking at houses around town, and one of my homeboys. This was a couple years ago. My homeboy. He actually assistant pastor here. If you want to put it like that, he's assistant pastor. He's a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He the one that know. He the one. Yeah. So we come. This house was for sale, and so he was like, "Man, that house was for sale." We were looking at houses that day. Let's go look at some houses, man. And so we walk up in the house. Somebody had already bought it, and they were in there.
Oh,
so there's 3 black dudes walking around, and that dude come around the corner. He like, "What are you doing in my house?" He just started yelling. But my homeboy knew him. Like, "No, Mister, we thought this house was it's not for sale anymore. I bought it." That dude was shaking. And so we get back to the car, they were like, "Follow Ladell, boy, you end up anywhere." Because my mind, if I want to go, I'll just gas up, and I'm going to go get it. So when that happened, so that's when I was listening to the, like you said, to jump out the window, to jump in the ocean. That's what my mind. Cause I feel like the things that belong to me aren't easily seen right now.
That's fair.
Everybody else may not see what's for me, what's for you. So I gotta go searching for that. I gotta go looking for that. And I feel like what I felt was in my heart that it all of it gonna start with relationships. All of it's gonna start with relationships. And now my thing is I'm learning more now how to put people in correct packages, the right place. Because now I know, okay, I trust Antonio, I trust the crew. Let me show them how I came up. Let me show them where I came up. We've been rocking for a minute. You know what I mean? Everything been legit. And I don't usually do that too fast. You know what I'm saying?
You returned the favor and came out here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like that whole thing, man. It's like when you hit me one day and you said, "Bro, this is your time to become a millionaire." And me and my wife read that message. We grabbed hands that night and we prayed about it. Like, this has got to be it. Like, because the seeds are in the ground, man. We've sown, we've given, we've sacrificed. And I'm like, I know this word not going to come back void. It can't. If it come back void, you're a liar. You're a liar, man.
Okay.
And we can't. So I just started really locking in and start, cleaning up. One thing I started doing real recently, start cleaning up my circle. Because there was a lot going out of me that I just didn't have nothing left sometimes. Like I'm empty. I need to rest. I need to go lay down. So I just really been being selective. Keeping the family right now and immediate people around me, because the stuff I see, I just refuse to let somebody else talk me out of what I know I see now. Okay. I refuse to let that happen.
Circle is a period.
Yeah, that's it. It's like I can't. You've seen like I'm understanding it now. You know what I mean? I'm understanding it. I'm understanding this. How it's the same people when I see y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see that. That's how I rock my life. Yeah, I've had my 2 friends. We've been together since for 30 years. That's it. 2 real close friends. And now I'm kind of looking around. Okay, what do you need? Where I need to be at now to learn what I need to learn. Submit what I need to submit. Sacrifice what I need to sacrifice. Because I don't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? It, like I told you before, it irritates me that I can't give what I'm supposed to give for what I'm receiving.
Oh, I feel
That, woo, you know, that stuff bothers me. You know what I'm saying? But I think you understand it. It bothers me because that bothers me. So.
Yeah, I'm just glad we not the type of people that go, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Get out my face.
Yeah.
Peon, you know, something like that, right? Nah, it's, I guess at the end of the day, what I really want to say is we got to be careful with what we're taught.
Yeah.
And as it's too much. I know. Stop. But it's so I don't have much of a filter.
Yeah.
So when I filter myself, I
You
know it's
too much.
It's there. I know it's too much. I know it's too much.
We'd be proud of him on those days.
As a black people, we've been infected by the black church.
The deep breath is happening.
And I don't get me twisted, I love the black church.
Right.
But the black church accidentally or inadvertently teaches the only person who could be prosperous in the church is the pastor. We don't try to teach that. And then we say $70,000 a year is prosperous. And we have a $400,000 a year budget for the church, and we beg, scratch, crawl, and get on the microphone and say, we short, y'all, come together. So in our brains, by accident, 245 people can't get to $400,000 without begging. And then by accident again, you don't even try. Even if you don't understand math, you understand dividing 400,000 by 245 people. Dang, that's more than what I make, and they more people than what I am.
Yeah.
Clearly, $400,000 is hard. And what we do is, so I know I ain't gonna get no 400,000. My church can't get 400,000 with God. God can't get my church to $400,000. So I know he can't. That's the church. They better than me. Come on now, they better than me. So I know they can't get it. So I guess I'm gonna just $36. $36,000 a year. That's what the Lord has for me. Now that was very practical. We accidentally, and then we take that money, those black dollars, take it to a bank that's gonna push us out of our neighborhoods. And the only time we come back to the hood, which our church is always at, is on Sunday morning. So we out of touch, we out of money, and we ain't got no hope. Not for no prosperity.
Not at all.
Because for us, money equals struggle.
Yeah.
And the church accidentally taught us that. Why? Because if you're looking for a black leader, they in the church. That's the truth. The media is gonna make our black leaders. The media is gonna make our black leaders comedians and musicians and stuff. That's what the media does. They have their agenda. We know the most successful the most successful black men that any of you know. Most of them pastors, and they got a print company inside the church to print funeral programs, or they got since the funeral programs, they got a funeral home. Come on now, this is the truth. This is you don't know pastor with no hotel. You don't know pastor that own no hotel. a pastor that owns an apartment complex. They exist.
Yeah.
You don't know them.
Yeah. They don't put them out there.
Yeah. You don't know them. We know pastor that own print. Nothing wrong with print company. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We understand that the most successful person in our community is the pastor, and we all look at the pastor and go, I can't do that.
True.
Come on.
So when you reach back to try to teach them that, you fighting a bull. You fighting a bull, brother. We gotta, in order to, if prayer is a frequency, if prayer is a frequency, which it is, if prosperity is a frequency, in which it is, and if normal is a frequency, in which it is, even though normal doesn't exist, let's put prosperity up here. Let's put prayer as a frequency, and let's put normal right here. We start off in our prayers here. And we got to pray over all this trash we got in our heads just for our prayers to get to normal. That's just all factual. That's just the struggle. That's the plight of the black people. And as much as it's going to anger people when it video comes out, we inadvertently learn these things from the black church. It's not purpose. I'm not telling you it's on purpose. I'm not telling you I got a problem. I don't have a problem with the church at all. I'm part of it. We just don't have. We just need to adjust our teaching. Right.
Actually practice group economics.
Right.
That not paying off a building.
Yeah.
It don't make sense to pay off a building the way we doing it.
Right.
We spend so much time in maintenance mode, we can never do ministry.
Yeah.
Because all the money's going to maintenance.
How is the climate of church or whatever in Galveston area?
The same
thing.
The same. The church everywhere is the same. Church everywhere is the same. Church everywhere is the exact same, regardless of color, creed, or where you stand at in the Nicene Creed. So, well, everybody in the Nicene Creed be considered church. But the church stands at not a race issue, and not even, and this is what most people, they haven't just processed this information. It's not a race issue, and it's not a gender issue. It's a generational issue.
I agree with that, man.
We've gotten to the point, the whole church, in which the generations are deadly to one another. We don't argue over the word. You argue over how worship's going to happen, which is a generational argument. Young folk want to do this, shake this, and move shoulders that way, clap with 2 beats. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's an issue.
Young folk want to. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? We've all heard, don't snap in church. You don't snap in church, stuff like that, because that's what you did in the jukebox. Juke joint. That's right. Yeah, the juke joint. Here we have a generational issue to where older generation don't necessarily support the younger generation and vice versa. We can't wait to put them in nursing homes. Right? Lord. And they can't wait to tell us how we don't know nothing. And that's the main problem in the church. We'll hash it out to many other things, but the truth is, you're not arguing over the way things work because you're stupid or this is how it always went. You're saying your generation trying to change stuff. Straight up. It's not good, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I think, disruptive people hang together. People who can see something different than what is. And I think the disruption isn't that something's wrong with what's happening. It's just time for it to be different. I don't think you just gonna come and tear up stuff because I don't like it. It's just this is, it's just not happening. A lot of people say they will never get flat screen TVs. They ain't getting that thing. Now you can't get what you thought you wanted, and then you found out, you know what, this is better. And it's like it's I've really been paying attention to we're grateful here. We're grateful, like I said, man. We're multicultural, multi-age, and I haven't seen anything like this before, man. We have people that's 60, 65, 70-year-old white people, all the way down to 3-year-old black kids, 40-year-old Hispanic mothers and fathers.
But that's got a lot to do with both the members and you.
Yeah.
The members have to bring them, but you got to keep them.
Right.
You
That's
have
true.
to re-engage every time you go preach.
That is true.
You got to start over what the members did all week.
That is true.
You got 25 minutes to do what they did in 7 days.
That's true.
Yeah, you know,
That's true.
25 minutes to do what they did in 7 days.
Right.
That's what you got. So if you got that crowd staying, it's because you and your engagement are speaking in the manner in which you're palatable for all generations.
All of them. Yeah, that's true.
But so you clearly ain't 60-something-year-old wife, you clearly ain't get up here hollering.
No. I get excited here and there, but yeah, it's because we never. What I'm gonna do? Start turning the camera so people can see. Cause it's a wide range of people sitting out there, man. I just never thought about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, never thought about it because we've been blessed with some people that want to even like. I just keep looking at. Because we've been joking all day about getting, but in my mind, the kingdom should be dominating everything out there. The kingdom of God should be dominating everything. He said, I have given you dominion. When I read that scripture and I tried to share that where I was, that's when the axe came. I was in a traditional church, a very traditional church, and what I did, I stopped going to church for a whole year. I didn't go to church nowhere. I said, I'm done. I got the Bible and I started reading it. I got commentaries to match it, to go with it. I started searching, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hey, I feel myself finna not want to do this, like, at all no more, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just went and started reading. That's when I started seeing the kingdom of God. So I started studying what is the kingdom of God. Then I started studying the church of the Bible. So I studying what does this mean? What does the ecclesia mean? What do these things mean? You know, I don't want to be throwing words out here. I don't know what this stuff means.
Yeah.
So I started studying it, and when I saw that the ecclesia's original meaning was a governmental body that was sent by a king to legislate his mind, will, and purposes in the earth, I'm like, okay, this matches what Matthew talks about. This matches what Luke talks about. But what I'm seeing doesn't look like that. You know, and that's when I tried to go have conversations, and one guy told me, I think you're going crazy. He told me later, years later, once I had left, the church had got planted, I was, doing my thing. And he told me, man, at that time you came and talked to us? I'm like, yeah. So I thought you had went crazy, man. I said, bro, how you think I'm going crazy? And I'm putting the Bible it's right here. But we had never looked at it. We had never seen that. So I was just, man, I hope he come back. I hope he don't, I'm like, man, I'm fine. And I didn't go to church for a year, man, and my mom was like, do you have any friends? Are you okay? She was asking me those kind of questions. I'm like, Mom, I'm good. And I'm not saying, I know everything, I got everything correct, but at that moment, it was do or die for me. It was either go with it or I'm done with it, period.
I understand.
Yeah.
I relate to that.
Yeah. And I went to the Gospels and I read them in Acts. I stayed in Acts. I stayed in the Gospels, man, for like probably a year. No, probably about 6 months. Then I went to Acts and I stayed in Acts because I'm like, this is when the church was inaugurated, right here.
Yep.
Acts is where the church came to be alive.
Yep.
This needs to be looking like that. This I don't see it. Maybe I don't see it. Maybe it is around, but I don't see it. But the church needs to look like Acts, and that's when I started to see it, man.
I think Acts does a good job of showing the church is in a constant adjustment phase.
True.
It's exactly what you said, but but the church in every pericope, every chapter, is constantly showing we're adjusting.
Yeah.
We're constantly dealing with worldly issues.
True, man. True.
And we're constantly...
Wait, stop. Slow down a little bit. Because you said something that constantly dealing with world issues. We've gotten pushed out of the world. We've been pushed back into these buildings. Or we've retreated back to these buildings, I think, to where we just don't even engage. What? What pastors are you able to talk to like this?
I talk to all of them like this.
Yeah, but how do they like?
They don't never accept.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know them need some hard conversations.
Like, see where I'm at, I'm one of the most educated people as far as in the church goes.
Gotcha.
To where you can't really.
Yeah, you can't say too much.
You can't because they didn't study languages like I did. They didn't, they didn't do what I did.
Right.
And they didn't go to some of them try to go to school I went to now, which is good. I mean, I hope, but I don't put that out there.
Right.
But your question when you said the church is being either pushed out or retreated, like I said, we deserve it either way. If we retreated, we deserve to have been the force that we got, and if we got pushed back in this joint, we deserve it because the church, from a historicity perspective. There's a difference. History, you can do whatever you want to do with history. Historicity is just the accurate depiction of people and events.
Right.
The church has stood on the wrong side of every major issue since the church existed. Every wrong side.
Yeah.
Since Jesus was establishing that they stood on the wrong side of Jesus. The church stood on the wrong side of the cross. So you think they're going to stand on the wrong side of racism? Wrong side of police brutality? The wrong side of slavery? The wrong side of the legalization of marijuana? The wrong side of what we do in the gays? The wrong side of what we did to the Jews for centuries?
Yeah.
Come on, the church propelled and helped finance the slave trade. We essentially, if you got pushback, you deserved it. Yeah. If we had to retrograde, and which is it's more of a respectable word than retreat. Retrograde means I just gave up ground and regroup. Yeah. If we had to retrograde, we deserved it. Right. Absolutely, we deserve it. We haven't done. We're the same people. I don't know if that's going to be too respectable. But we're the same people now. This is what I'll say that's respectable. Now, as of the year of this recording, we're the same people that say the White House is more holy than it's ever been. This is what we say. The evangelical says this. The evangelical puts this together and says this. Now, I didn't say who's in. I said this recording, right? I didn't do all that. I ain't trying to beat up nobody. I'm just saying that. And then there's a fine line. On one end, she's something passing my tongue. On one pastor that would tell me, "Well, you don't complain about your government." I'm not complaining. The Lord says that you are to obey your authority figures. That's there. It's Romans 13, 1 and 2.
Yeah, I get it.
It's there. It's there. It's there. So I don't get to cherry pick. I don't get to rip out a scripture because I don't like it, right? I don't get to do that. I don't get to do that. It's there. So you got that approach, and then you got the other approach. If we're just going to listen, then let's just correct then. And the Bible doesn't say that either. The Bible never says correct people to the cross. It doesn't. There's nothing about correcting people in the Bible. That's not what the Bible is about. The Bible is about loving people, and that love will lead to correction. Loving kindness leads to repentance. That's an actual scripture. So Romans 2, that's in there. Paul said it. The beloved Paul, right? It's there. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. You've never picked up the Bible and got corrected to heaven, right? You didn't do that. No, your grandmother loved you when you were sorry.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Your wife forgave you when you cheated.
Right.
That's what happened.
Right.
That's what made you see the face of Jesus. Not you got corrected. Yeah. You received grace. You see Jesus in grace, not correction. Not correction.
Ooh-wee. Next time you go speak publicly in one of these environments, we'll send some protection. We'll call someone on
it every time. I let them have it every time because the last time I stood up in front of a bunch of preachers. It was at your church. I forget which event. I literally told them. In fact, somebody said, "Oh, you came off angry." I said, "I was."
Yeah.
Right?
Let's talk.
I said, "I was."
Yeah.
I said, "The church has let down the world, and we need to get it together." I said, and I am appalled. I did this. I'm a pastor's daughter. Don't matter who the pastor is. Pulled me in the room and talked to me for an hour. I let her talk.
Yeah.
And then I finally said, well, "Was I right?" And she said, "Yeah." "Was I mean?" She said, "No."
Yeah.
"But you would have came off better with honey." I said, "There's a time for honey.
Yeah. Come on, man.
And there is a time for fire."
Exactly.
You've been honeying
Yeah.
people to sleep
Yeah.
since this church's existence.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing it. It's basically my thesis. Well, I went straight from the Bible. I was explaining how we as a people are ruining the church, not the sinners and the unchurched. There's nothing about that. Yeah, real talk. There's nothing about any scripture, any Bible. Pericope is just a fancy word for episode, right? Because you got the little subtitles. I'm calling those episodes. No chapter, no pericope has said the world ruined the church. That is not what happened. That's not what happened. We ruined the church. We, us. And we no longer add value to the world.
Come on, man.
That's what I told him.
Come on, man.
I just told it from scripture.
Come on, man.
That's it. We don't add. I mean, what do we actually do? Now, of course, there's a remnant. There are plenty of people that do a good job. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and I told him, as Martin Luther King had to wake up you in the world, I must stand here in this pulpit and wake you up. And that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I was almost to the point of tears.
Yeah.
And I said, I am ashamed of what the church has become.
Yeah.
So when she tried to correct me, and people were, I said, now, the mere fact that you are attempting to correct me, a pastor, about telling us that we need to change and the change will start with me, and you have a problem with that, tells you more about you than it does me. We spend too much time lullabying the people to sleep. I've been tired, but forget your 90 though. Let me not teach you that.
Yeah.
Let me not teach you that. Let me not let you read something extra biblical.
Yeah.
It's the time out. It's time out to stop telling people all you need is the Bible. Because a little bitty church is right across the street from a big church. Little bitty church, big church, got same God. Little bitty church can close the doors any day. Big church ain't that a problem. Somebody has learned some principles that they understood outside the Bible. I'm not saying not in the Bible. I'm just saying they outside the Bible book broke it all down.
Yeah. Brother, hey, gotta be some little wrong. Because, man, I'm telling you, for years, I have felt so alone. Because when I started having conferences, I wouldn't bring a bunch of pastors. I would bring business people. I would bring business owners. I would bring, and brother, I'm gonna tell you, the first one we did, I had first, because they kept trying to label us a black church. I'm like, look around. So when I had the white man coming to come teach, you see the faces, but this man is dropping truth because he's also a businessman. I had the Costa Rican man come, dropping truth. Guy from the Bahamas, business, biblical principles, business mindset, thinking. After it was done, you could see the walk. You could see the divide. So you didn't do no music. We didn't need music today. It wasn't about having some music today. So you didn't do. What a choir? We don't have one. You got no choir? No. Because of choir. Love the word right on point, but no choir. I'm cool. Okay.
Wow.
So that's why I really threw him off. With the DJ back there on Sunday mornings, DJ going in. Confusion. It's not okay. The way I flow, it's certain things I like to hear. I like to hear certain songs, I like to hear certain things. And I don't like the big gaps where it's, just keep it going. Yeah. So I'm like, we can't do this with the CD pushing buttons. We need a DJ. So a year ago, we prayed that a DJ would show up. It happened to be my assistant pastor. He had a hunger for it, but didn't think it could be integrated into the church.
That's crazy.
He didn't think. So we brought the stuff in. He starts to go. Now he started to get business gigs from being a DJ now. He's done like 5 parties, 2 wedding receptions, all kinds of stuff happening from that. So now I'm looking at, man, it's this conversation, man.
That's crazy. You found the church DJ in a town of 800 people.
He's sitting there feeling like he has nothing he can offer. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time it's people sitting there that's like, I don't sing, I don't talk in front of people. I guess I'll just come on Sundays and just, no, what do you do? I asked them all, we had last 2 Wednesdays ago, that was the whole thing. What's your dream? What do you do? People were afraid to say. You got a dream? People here like, raise your hand if you do. Well, and then we just kept talking about it. So we went down to Joseph's, went to all the dreams as triggers you. What do you think about that you feel you can't say here? Why do you feel you can't say it here? One lady's dream, bro. I'm telling y'all, that night, she stood up, my sister-in-law, she stands up, says about her food stuff. I want to do food, I want to do these things. So me and her, my wife, we started talking after it was over. And she's like, tears, like trying to get out the words. She had been driving to work, seeing a little food hut for sale. Was scared to stop. Just was afraid to stop, period. Passing by it every day. Told my wife about it. Wife called me. Tell her to stop today. Ask the lady, how much you want for it? What do you want? The lady tell her $1,000. So she runs back to her truck. I have $1,000. I said, turn around. Tell her, will she take 7? Well, she said 1,000. Turn around. Ask her, will she take 7? The woman ended up taking 8. Moved it to Columbus, moved it to Eagle Lake. It's over there on the corner now. She gets the thing, brings it in. It's already had the shelving. The woman used to use it at rodeos and stuff like that. She comes back. That's what started giving her the oomph to go ahead and keep cooking. So I'm listening to her. She called and said, Ladell, I finished. She shows me her binder with her certificate. She finished her school for, chef
Culinary.
stuff? Culinary. She finished that. So then when she gave her testimony, because you got to talk, people got to hear that you sitting in that pew or in that seat, got up out of that thing, started doing. And that's what I was telling you earlier. Probably last year, 10 businesses that started. Those are the people I plan on rounding them together because they all kind of scattered everywhere. Come to people driving from Katy. Look, ATS, because we're entrepreneurs here. You can't go to school for what it is you're doing, but ATS Business School. I'm getting my.
You talking, Reverend?
I'm getting my. With me, I want to present it. You feel what I'm saying? I want to present this thing because I've been talking about. Everybody here know about ATS, Deanna, Grace, Antonio. Everybody know about everybody. Nobody kind of know the faces because they've been jumping on stuff now. But I'm waiting, and I'm like, man, I'm waiting till I just throw that lasso. Everybody sit down. Get your phones out. I have a plan. I'm with the folks now, so y'all can hear my plan to see if it makes sense. Let's sit down. Let me let y'all see my notes. Cause that's why I gave you my notebook. That's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna let y'all see my notes. This is what's going on. Y'all wondering what I'm doing. This is what's happening. Okay, let me give you my phone. Open up the link. All of us here, open up the link together. That's what I want to do. Next Level Christian Church.
That's all right. I see it. Every time I see it, that'd be me. Well, that'd be me and Brian Shane on the church page.
Gotcha.
Next Level Christian.
So that's where my plan is to kind of. You keep hearing it. 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 Now here's the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's the plan. So it's like had a question about that. The question I had was, we're in beta phase of the network, so I didn't understand that fully. Beta.
Yeah, no doubt. Basically, I am not accepting. Well, I'm just collecting data. Like that's what's important right now. I'm collecting data. Beta is just, I think it's like before early test application. I believe is what beta stands for.
How do you know that?
I'm a nerd.
He knows what scuba is not a word, it's an acronym.
Before early testing.
Before early
I think he mentioned it one day. I mentioned it was tall one.
I thought it was one word. No,
I had
it's
to.
self-containing underwater breathing apparatus.
That's it.
I thought scuba was just a scuba.
Yes.
Like a Snapple.
Yeah, that's it.
Look, I'm basically, you can make money. You get if you bring in customers and stuff, right? If you just refer people, you're good. It's two reasons. For one, I don't want to start accepting what you would call distributors yet, because I haven't paid off the lawyer yet. And I just don't want to get into any legal things. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You know, I just haven't done that yet because, and I should say I haven't paid with the lawyer. I just haven't finished meeting all the meetings I have to have to pay the problem. And I also want the data. How many people can we get the calls? How many can we do this? Who are workers? Who are not? Who are? Yeah, I want that data too. So we're just some beta. Nothing's changed. Yeah. It is just, I'm just wise and understanding that I know how to be in a rush.
Can I put out there what I see, bro?
Yeah.
Can I put out there what I see? I want to put it out there, man, because I've been thinking, man, Mom, I like to tell you, the wife took y'all into the bedroom. Okay. I wake up with stuff. I mentioned to you about the prisons and the juveniles. I mentioned it. Okay. How much, once it gets going, how much can we? If I'm thinking that I would be a distributor, correct? That's what it'll be. Eventually, I'll be a distributor of the network, right? Right.
You already are.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You already are. I just not calling you that.
Right. So, because when I go speak, like in June, that's a big conference, and I'm going to speak. Sometimes 300-400 people that make all entrepreneur-minded people.
Get these customers, Ladell.
That's where I'm like, I want, like, if I can, and I want to follow. I don't want to be out there doing stuff that's not approved or that doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
I can do.
That makes sense. I already see the banner thing traveling with me with some kind of ATS thing on it, to where everywhere I go, that's with me.
Fine by me, buddy.
The thing I've sent this thing to. It's in Lagos and Ibadan already. They looking over it. The pastors over there looking over it. The business people I know, they looking over it. Because the last time I went, they were craving business stuff. They were craving it, and I had 2 hours before I was being taken to another place. So I have nothing to leave them, nothing to direct them to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all. And so they start hitting my inbox. The things you were teaching and making me think, I want to start this business, I want to start that business. And I'm like, love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to be engaging things in people that I'm not sure of. Because these people, y'all know, it's not America. These people are living on nothing. So when we put something in their hands, they take it different than we do. It's like they gonna stay up all night reading, doing whatever needs to happen. Matter of fact, I talked to the dude yesterday. It's funny because I've been sitting this little guy named Emmy. The dude has a business degree over there, and he's the one. And I haven't been saying anything because I don't know Emmy. What link does he have?
Your link.
What link does he have?
Your affiliate link.
Yeah. So right after that, there you go. So right after that, he began to, okay, so what is this? I said, look, because I'm looking to go back in November. And now I feel like I'll be able to go back with something. Here you go. Because that was bothering me. You know what I mean? I don't like to just hype you up and then you just leave and you hyped. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the way I want to be able to start fun like exiting people into that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Can you send me Miss Pam Norris's affiliate link? She asked me to ask you yesterday. And we got to do something else. I forgot.
So the link that I'm sending, is this the right one?
That's specifically to you.
Yep.
I don't know. Let me see.
Yep. That's your link.
Okay. I've been shipping it, cuz.
That's it.
and with the pricing, it's doable for them. You know what I mean? I think it's doable for them because I just believe that's $20. That's doable.
Yes.
Yeah, that's doable for them. You know.
And they never have to upgrade to, sophomore, senior because they're freshmen and never stop growing.
Right.
That's another thing that
I'll show you this here. This is the homie I first started.
So you got your church online, Next Level. You got a website.
Yeah. Next Level.
It's a video.
Let me decline this one first and send me. Is this the first one y'all sent me?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean from earlier today.
Yes.
All right, it was two of them. Because you had to switch phones.
Yeah, because
This is the one from the restaurant. So yes, this is the one from my phone. And then the other one is still on the black one. I was just sending it to you now so I can make space if I needed to do anything else.
Well, I'm gonna need you to send me the one in the black one too.
Okay.
I'm trying to download them in order so I don't have to go around fishing and stuff. What's the website? Next Level.
ChristianChurch.org. I ain't been on that thing in probably a year, man. I apologize.
You apologize.
I apologize. I don't blame nobody, no women stripping on there. That might have changed to something else.
now.
I don't know.
Next Level Christian.
Yeah, church.org.
That ain't popping up.
What's it? NLCC.org. Try that one. See, I'm out of line. I'm out of loop over here, man. It's not good, is it?
LCC.
It's not good, is it? Miss Publicist lady, that's not good, is it? Okay, at least you didn't yell at me. Just shook your head softly.
That is going to be the new life online.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever it takes to slip for me.
Nah, that ain't it.
Could be somebody that bought you. I want to see my new life online. You got on your church page?
Yeah, let me see. I think it's Next Level
Or your
CC.org.
Facebook page?
Yeah. There it is. NextLevelCC.org. That's the website.
All right.
NextLevelCC.org.
CC.org.
Next Level Christian Center.
I couldn't remember. That's sad. That's sad. You can shake your head yes softly again. Don't say nothing. Don't hurt my feelings.
I really try not to judge people for things
There you go.
that I've had challenges with in the past.
You don't hear with
I like how you said challenges.
you don't hear with an afro in the shack.
Old school, baby. That's what it was, man. That's what it was back then. Ain't nothing been updated. You can tell. Ain't nothing been updated.
Mr. Mary.
Yeah.
Right there.
When I saw that video, man, I was smiling with him. Well, every time he got excited, I was like,
That's my brother.
yeah, man.
Come through all the way.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, that's my buddy. He wouldn't take me out to dinner. Like
Yeah.
missing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, running for president to keep you busy.
What in the world? What kind of conversation was that between the D. Marie Group and Mr. Antonio T. Smith?
What conversation?
Okay.
The presidential conversation.
What
Hey.
conversation?
I'm in it. I'm finna do this.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's get ready.
That sound like me. That sound exactly.
That's it.
Hey, I'm running for president.
Is that what I did for her? That
Okay.
sound exactly.
I'm your campaign manager. Okay.
Let's go.
That's
Yo, that sound exactly like.
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
The disrespect there is just crazy.
I used to be like you. Just jump in, don't test the waters, nothing.
Yeah.
But as I got older, my ex-husband told me one day, he say, "What happened to the old you? The one that used to just jump in the water. Now you test everything." And I'm show right. You show right. So now when he be say just do it, there's the part that part that tests the water still be like, okay, wait a minute. But then I be like, nah, fool, let's just do it.
Let me go outside and talk to myself for a little bit. I'll be back. Let me go.
Do you really want to do this?
Let's do
Remember
this.
how we used to do it back in the day? I understand, but we grown now. I understand, but we can just do it. We can show him. Let's show Don, just do stuff. Yeah, but when he come to you and say, Mama, I did this, what you gonna do? You know what?
That's all around here. I'm just gonna be gone.
See?
Come out of there.
Yeah. We refuse to get left behind when he be gone.
By the time you get your act together,
we clean the slate already. Yeah, clean the slate.
I want to be a campaign manager. Now I got 2 of them. I got 2 of them.
Think you have space.
Yeah, I'm about to fix that. I need to. You can just add drop here.
Well, Miss Grace, with you being more the thinker, the step by step, how do you hold yourself together?
She don't like no thinking.
No.
She don't like
You put things in order.
Your facial expression is
She's the doer.
Yeah, no.
You get it done.
Yes. I just hey, tell me what to do.
Yeah, get it done.
That's it.
To get the orders. You know,
Be a
order.
lie.
Yeah, get it done. Build that thing.
She got a weapon in one hand, the Bible in the other.
That's it.
Yeah,
So who leading in sales? She leading in sales right now? Mama leading?
She always leading sales. She
You
has
said you
never
right there at the
not
hills?
led in sales.
I ain't that far behind.
At the sales?
She has never not led in sales.
I was in lead for a little bit.
Yeah.
3 years
I'm
strong.
gonna get it back.
3 years strong.
I'm gonna get it back.
Undefeated.
She gonna be defeated this month.
Look at the, and she pushed the glasses up with one finger. It's on now, buddy. She pushed the glasses up with one finger. That means it's on. I got to see you. This is coming.
That's it.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Oh no, that was empty.
It's got that protective case on it.
Yeah.
You can't even. You can't do nothing with that.
Wow.
I make sure.
Yeah.
I
You
get
still
the good
recording?
stuff.
I'm talking.
We still recording.
Talk COVID.
Okay.
No, you do something right now. Hey everybody, I really appreciate you watching this video. It makes me so happy and I'm so glad to be able to come back to you, all of you at Team ATS. With that being said, some of you don't realize by accident you're not even subscribed to my channel. Do me a favor, go ahead right now, subscribe to this channel and do yourself even more of a favor. Don't depend on the algorithm. I'm one of the very few people on social media that gives every single thing away for free. What you want to do is not let the algorithm stop you from getting paid with ATS. Here's how you fix that. What you can do is hit that little bell up top. That's the bell that when you just hit that bell, it just lets you set me to see first. It'll turn on notifications, so every time I drop a video, you'll be the first person to get that video. What you can also do is go ahead and set my page to see first. It's one of the great things that you can do. And drop me some comments. Comments are very, 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 very important, because it lets me get inside your head and it lets me read you more than I read books. And I love to keep on putting out value after value after value after your own heart and after your own dreams. Now, you may not know, but a lot of my videos, like 99% of my videos, are shot by the D. Marie Group. They are. And I'm going to introduce you to the D. Marie Group right now. It's 2 of them. Come on, Deanna. Come on. Here she is. This is Deanna. D. Marie, that's her right there. This is Deanna Marie. She's always behind the camera, and right now, her counterpart is behind the camera. Come on, Grace. Grace is coming. Come on, Grace. Here is Grace. This is Grace. These two have always, this is actually employee number 1, and then Deanna's employee number 2. I sure appreciate you. These two are always behind the camera, always with me. So when you support me, when you hit me at like, share, and subscribe, please know you're directly putting money in the pocket of those 2 beautiful women. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate.